Hey everyone, if my heart were a village, it would have been declared a disaster area a long time ago, not because of floods or earthquakes, but because of the sheer number of exes who passed through and left their footprints and their lies. Just kidding. I mourned for years, guys. Like, my Spotify playlist was full of songs to cry to in the shower, or sad songs for the perpetually single. I felt like my heart had become a vast cemetery, where each tombstone bore an ex's name. There was a tombstone for Mr. Wrong Timing, one for Mr. I Thought He Was Serious, and of course the biggest mausoleum was for Mr. The One That Got Away, and thank God he did. There were so many of them, I could start my own alumni association of ex-partners. We could even have a grand reunion, with matching t-shirt printing. I broke Vice's heart and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. Crazy, right? Every corner of my life held a memory of the past. This restaurant? Oh, that's where we had our first date. That movie theater? That's where he said, "I love you." And the next day, he was holding hands with someone else. It hurts so much, guys. That kind of pain where it feels like you're being repeatedly slapped with a chair by reality. I felt like I was constantly auditioning for all the TV dramas for the role of the lead character who always gets heartbroken, and I always won. The worst part of it all was that I gave every single one of them my all in, so to speak. No brakes, no helmet, just charging forward. I thought that was the right way to love, to give everything so you wouldn't have any regrets. What I didn't realize was that when you give everything, there's nothing left for you. So, after a long line of heartbreaks that could rival the MRT queue during rush hour, I was left with an empty heart, a confused mind, and a phone gallery full of pictures that I had to painstakingly delete one by one. It was like cleaning up after a huge party where I was the only one who enjoyed myself at the beginning, and then I was left alone to clean up the mess. I reached a point where I asked myself, Vice, what's the problem? Is it me, or is it them? Maybe there's a sign on my forehead that says, please break my heart, I'm used to it. Or maybe I was just born with a heart that strongly attracts people who are allergic to commitment. I was like a magnet for a good time, not a long time kind of guys. And after being so tired of getting hurt, I started to think, maybe the formula was wrong, maybe the problem wasn't the people who came into my life, but the idea that you should only love one person. That's where my revolution began. After a long time of being a walking zombie whose only emotion was heartbreak, I had a life-changing realization. It was like Archimedes' eureka moment, but mine was, I can't do this anymore. I didn't want to rely on just one person for my happiness. Why would I put all my eggs in one basket when I could carry many baskets? Or even better, just build my own poultry farm. Kidding. That's when I thought, what if the problem isn't me but monogamy itself? The idea that you only have the one. What if there isn't just one, the one? What if they are the ones? Imagine this, when you order at a fast food chain, you don't just buy one French fry, right? You order a whole serving. When you watch a series, you're not content with just one episode. You want to binge watch all of them. So why, in love, do we have to limit ourselves to just one? My moving on from a string of heartbreaks wasn't like just climbing stairs. It was like emerging from a very dark cave. Slowly, I saw the light. And that light was the truth that I didn't have to be trapped in one relationship just to say I was complete. The decision to avoid monogamy wasn't sudden. It was a process, guys. It started with accepting that I wasn't a failure just because my past relationships didn't work out. Maybe that setup just wasn't for me. I was like a fish trying to climb a tree. I couldn't do it, and it wasn't my fault. My natural habitat, it turns out, was in a vast ocean of love, where I could swim with different kinds of fish. I'm not saying to just flirt around. What I'm saying is to remove the pressure that you need to find your soulmate in just one person. This is where my new mantra in life came from. Why choose one when you can have fun with everyone? And this isn't about being a two-timer or a cheater. It's about honesty and transparency. It's about setting your own rules in your love life, in a way that you won't get hurt so badly again. If monogamy is like a private, exclusive party that often ends in tears, the path I chose is a big festival. Everyone's invited, everyone's happy, and there's no pressure. My moving on was opening the gate to this festival and shouting, "Party's here, sweethearts." So here we are now, guys. My heart, which used to be a cemetery, is now a big amusement park. There's a carousel, a roller coaster, and of course, a Ferris wheel for romantic moments. The entrance fee, honesty, and good vibes only. The best part? I'm no longer afraid of running out of tickets, because it's open for all. It's more fun when there are many, right? Imagine, if you're sad, there's one partner who will make you laugh. If you need someone to talk to about serious things, you have an intellectual partner. If you just want a hug, you have a cuddly bear partner. It's a buffet of love, and I'm here for all of it. The concept of an open relationship for me isn't complicated, it's about communication. Everyone involved knows the setup, no hidden agendas, no secrets. So jealousy is minimal to zero. Why would you be jealous if you know you're not being cheated on? You know you're part of a happy group of people who love each other. We're like the Avengers, but in the realm of love. Each one has their own superpower. Partner number 1 is great at cooking. Partner number 2 is the best at giving advice. Partner number 3 will support you when you're tired of the world. Together, we form the ultimate love team. Many people ask, isn't that messy? My answer is, my life was messier when I was trying to fit myself into a box that wasn't meant for me. It's more tiring to pretend you're okay in a relationship full of restrictions, jealousy, and doubt. Here at the party in my heart, what prevails is understanding and respect. We respect each other's time and feelings. It's not a competition to see who's the favorite. It's a community where the goal is to support each other and make sure everyone is happy. I'm happy, they're happy, we're all happy. And the happiness, guys, is real. I no longer wake up in the morning afraid that someone might leave me. Because even if someone leaves, many more are still there. I no longer cry every night because of one person. Because the attention and love I receive don't depend on a single source. It's like I have multiple power banks for my heart. When one is low on battery, another one saves the day. This is the ultimate life hack for people who are tired of getting hurt. Instead of building walls around your heart, build a bigger house with more rooms. Okay, are you ready for my TED Talk? The title: Monogamy. The ultimate scam that broke my heart into a million pieces. For years, society, movies, and love songs have made us believe that the measure of true love is finding the one and only. That once you find them, you'll be complete and live happily ever after. Well, I'm here to tell you, based on my countless experiences, that's a huge scam. It's like networking, promising wealth and success, but in the end, you still lose money. It hurts, right? You invested everything, and then suddenly, sorry, this is not working out. Monogamy, for me, is like wearing shoes one size too small. At first, you can tolerate it. You tell yourself, it'll adjust. But as time goes on, your calluses start to thicken, your feet hurt, and you can't walk properly anymore. That's how I felt. I forced myself into a relationship model that didn't really fit my personality. The result? Pain, bitterness, and a ton of resentment. I was like an idiot repeatedly trying something that repeatedly failed me. I learned through this process that my happiness shouldn't depend on the approval of one person. When I was in one-on-one relationships, my whole world revolved around him. When he was happy, I was happy. When he was sad, my sadness tripled. When we fought, it felt like my world was falling apart. It was exhausting. It's like you're on a roller coaster and he's the operator. When you go up or down is in his hands. Now, I own the entire amusement park. I decide what ride I'll go on and who I'll bring with me. The biggest lesson: I am enough on my own. I don't need another half to be complete. I am already whole. The people who come into my life now are not here to complete me, but to add to the joy I already have. They are sprinkles on top of my ice cream, decorations on my Christmas tree. The cake is already whole. The tree is already standing. They are bonuses. And when you look at love this way, the desperation disappears. The fear disappears. All that's left is pure joy and love. So, how do you run a party in your heart that's always happy and trouble-free? It's simple. We have rules, guys. Rule number 1, and the most important of all: honesty is the best policy. No liars allowed. No backstabbers. Everyone should know the situation from the very beginning. You can't have one partner who thinks you're exclusive. That's not a party. That's a recipe for disaster. Here, the invitation itself states, you are cordially invited to be one of Vice's loves. This is a non-exclusive event. Please bring your good vibes. Clear, right? Rule number 2. Communication is key. You can't just guess. If you're feeling something, say it. If there's a problem, talk about it. If you need space, say so. An open relationship isn't a free-for-all where no one cares. In fact, it requires more communication than a monogamous one. You need to check in on everyone's feelings. It's like we have regular board meetings where the agenda is, how are our hearts doing? It's about making sure everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. No one gets left hanging. Rule number 3. No jealousy, just good vibes. This one is a bit challenging for some, but jealousy often comes from insecurity and fear. When you remove those, what's left? Trust. Jealousy is like a drunk guest at a party. It ruins the mood and looks for trouble. So, at my party, no drunk with jealousy allowed. How? By constantly reminding ourselves that love is not a finite resource. It's not like a cake where if you give some to one person, there's less for others. Love is like a candle. You can light other candles with its flame without losing its own light. And finally, rule number 4. Respect each other's individuality. Just because there are many of us doesn't mean we're one entity. Each person has their own life, their own dreams, and their own friends. We don't become one blob. The beauty of this setup is that you have a support system, but you still have the freedom to be yourself. You don't have to change who you are just to be liked by one person. Here, you are accepted for who you are, with all your flaws and quirks. It's a celebration of individuality within a community of love. It's fun, right? No drama, just care. Section 6. How I learned to love the love. All buffet. Embracing an open relationship isn't like flipping a switch. It's a process of learning and unlearning things that have been ingrained for a long time. At first, I admit, there were moments of doubt. Is this right? Can I do this? Am I being selfish? It was like eating at an all-you-can-eat buffet for the first time. With so many choices, I didn't know where to start. There were times I wanted to try everything, but I was afraid I wouldn't finish it all or that my stomach would hurt. It's the same with love. The first step is self-forgiveness. I forgave myself for all my past mistakes. I forgave myself for being weak. I forgave myself for thinking I wasn't enough. When I did that, I felt lighter. And that's when I learned to love myself unconditionally. When you love yourself, you no longer seek validation from others. The love they give becomes a bonus, not a necessity. That's when I understood that the love all buffet isn't about greed, but about appreciating the diversity of flavors. I also learned to manage my time and emotions. It's not easy, but it's possible. You need to be present with whoever you're with at that moment. When I'm with partner A, my attention is on them. I'm not checking my phone to talk to partner B. It's about giving quality time, not just quantity. And because everything is transparent, there's no pressure. They know I'm with others, and that's okay. The important thing is that when we're together, they feel like they're the most special person in the world at that time. The biggest help this gave me in healing was the removal of pressure. In monogamy, the weight of expectation rests on one person's shoulders. They're supposed to be your best friend, lover, therapist, financial advisor, everything. It's an impossible standard. In my setup, the load is distributed. Each person contributes what they can, without force. The result? A healthier dynamic where no one is depleted. I'm not depleted, and I'm not depleting them either. This became the cure for my very tired heart. Section 7. Tips for the serial brokenhearted. Join the club. To all my siblings out there who are experiencing one heartbreak after another, who feel like they're regulars at the school of disappointment, listen to your big sister. First of all, it's okay not to be okay. Just cry it out. Let all the resentment out. Be emotional on Twitter. Post sad quotes on Instagram. Play Adele's playlist on repeat. Do whatever you need to do to process the pain. Don't bottle it up, because if it explodes, the damage will be worse. The important thing is to give yourself a deadline. Maybe 1 week of crying, then get back up again. Second, don't think there's something wrong with you. You are not unlovable. You are not hard to love. Sometimes you're just not compatible. Like shoes again, not all beautiful shoes fit you, and it's not your foot's fault if the shoe is too tight. Just find another one. The world is full of shoes. There are sneakers, high heels, boots, slippers. Don't force something that's clearly not for you. Learn to let go. Letting go is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength and self-love. Third, and this is the most exciting part, don't be afraid to explore. If monogamy keeps failing you, maybe that's a sign to try a different path. I'm not saying to jump into polyamory right away, but open your mind to other possibilities. You can date without labels. You can have many flings. The important thing is to enjoy the process of getting to know different people. Don't rush into a serious relationship. Life is short, guys. Party first. Get to know yourself through other people. And fourth, put yourself first. Always. Before you love others, make sure your love for yourself is complete. Beautify yourself. Travel. Learn a new skill. Eat delicious food. Do all the things that make you happy. When you're happy and content with yourself, you will attract the right kind of energy. You won't settle for good enough because you know your worth. And when the right people, yes, people, come into your life, you'll be ready to welcome them into your happy and complete world. Section 8. Love is like showtime. It should always be happy. In the end, I realized that love for me should be like, it's showtime. It should be happy. There should be laughter, there should be singing, and it should be inclusive. On Showtime, we welcome everyone, regardless of who you are or where you come from. The important thing is, you're here to have a good time. That's my perspective on my love life now. My Heart is a noontime show where, every day, the goal is to bring joy. It's no longer a dramatic TV series with a constant villain and crying. I don't want that anymore. I'm tired of the drama. Each of my partners is like my co-host on this show. Each one has their own segment. One is for the tawag ng tanghalan of my emotions. One is for the Miss Q&A of my life questions. One is for the mass testing of my patience. Kidding. But seriously, each of them brings a different color and joy to my life. And as the main host of this show, my job is to make sure they all enjoy themselves and feel important. Many still don't understand. Some judge. They say, "You're such a flirt." They say, "Aren't you serious?" My answer to them is, this is my way of being serious. I am serious about my happiness. I am serious about avoiding pain. I am serious about giving love in a way that I know I won't be depleted. Not everyone is for this setup, and I respect that. But for me, this worked. This saved me from being brokenhearted for life. So to the audience listening, my message is to find what makes you happy. Don't let yourself be confined by the shoulds and shouldn'ts dictated by society. If you're happy in monogamy, go for it. If you're happy being single, embrace it. And if you're like me and happier with a party in your heart, then welcome to the club. The important thing is, at the end of the day, when you look in the mirror, you can say, life is fun, love is fun. Because love, in any form, should always be a celebration. Section 9. My heart is a resort, always open, always welcoming. So, what's the status of my heart now, October 10th, 2025? Well, it's no longer a cemetery, it's not just an amusement park anymore either. Now it's a 5-star luxury resort. The name? Villa Gonda. And the tagline? Your home away from home, and other homes. Ha ha ha, always open, always welcoming. There's an infinity pool for those who want to relax, a mountain to climb for the adventurous, and a fine dining restaurant for romantic dates. All my partners have their own villa in this resort. I love them all, in different ways, to different degrees, and they know that. My love is no longer an exclusive contract, but a vast community project. We help each other grow, we support each other's dreams, and most of all, we laugh. Lots and lots of laughter. Because I've learned that the most effective cure for the heart, besides having many partners, is a good laugh. This is my way of loving and healing, sharing my happiness with as many people as possible. It's not for everyone, and I understand that. But for those like me who have been deeply hurt, for those who are tired of relying on one person, maybe this is the answer. Maybe we just need to broaden our definition of love. Maybe love isn't about finding a missing piece, but about creating a beautiful mosaic from many different pieces. My heart is now a complete mosaic. Colorful, intricate, but whole and beautiful. So the next time someone asks me how many partners I have, I'll answer with a sweet smile. And I'll say, just enough to fill my heart with joy and never break again. Because in the end, the most important love story we should nurture is our love story with ourselves. And myself, she's happy, very happy, and ready to welcome new guests to my resort. When will you check in? Just kidding.